Hey guys, it's Matt here with another review. Before I get started, I would like to apologize because I'm pretty sure I said in my Mercenaries 3D review that there would be an anniversary special, a late one, up this weekend. Jeez, that was a lot of breath. Anyways, but we weren't able to. Me and Nico weren't able to get together this weekend and try to make make the anniversary special. I would like to say it might be up by next weekend, but I can't guarantee anything. Well, let's stop wasting time getting what this video is about, and that's Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. Or maybe it's just Dragon Ball Ultimate Tenkaichi. I don't know, and I don't care. The thing to talk about first is, of course, character creation. That's something that we all have been wanting since, well, the series started, I guess. We wanted to create our own character and play them in a game. And, well, we finally got that wish, but character creation isn't that impressive. It's okay, but it's not really great. Yeah, there's not too much to go on about character creation. For instance, there is like 3 different types you can choose. One is normal, one is small, and one is large. Average is more based with super attacks and learning a lot of them. Small is more about energy attacks and not knowing too many super attacks or ultimates. Large is mainly melee and health, and has a pretty good deal of health. I'm sorry, has a pretty good deal of supers and ultimates. I just lost my train of thought there for a second. So the large one might be one of the better ones to start off with, since you get more health and melee related things quicker, and it's going to be like something you're really going to want, trust me. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm just going to give you like the brief version. In the alternate reality that your character lives in, most of the Z fighters don't apparently live there, because you only encounter like one, but that's besides the point. The world's been destroyed because a man gathered the Dragon Balls and wished for chaos, I guess? I really don't know what he wished for anymore. Well, that plunged the world into chaos. That's essentially how things happened. There's really not too much to go into that. To unlock new moves and skills, you have to do a training mode in which involves you beating 1 to 3 opponents. Not always. It could be like 1, it could be like 2 or 3. It might even be a 4, but I don't know about that. So I'm just going to go with 3. Character selection, you can of course choose your own created character. Any of the 3. And there isn't too much of a character selection. You got the basics like Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and such, but a lot of people are just missing, like, well, not necessarily missing, but a lot of people just aren't on that list. My guess is they only included characters that actually fought, which is why Teen Gohan doesn't have a normal form, he's automatically in Super Saiyan. So there's not much of a selection. There's like 4 sections of characters that all have like 2 rows, but the 4th one doesn't have 2 full rows, though. It's mainly your characters and random and Omega Shenron. Ah, man, I totally just ignored the customization options. Let me go back to create your character. When you first start, you only have like 3 or 4 hairstyles and only 4 outfits. 4 outfits aren't really different from each other in too many ways. Like there's obvious differences, but it's not much. You find more things by completing story mode missions in hero mode by, well, 1, you have to beat the mission, and then if you fly around, you'll find an item. It'll either be a hairstyle, a logo, or give me a sec. Outfit, jeez, how'd that slip my mind? The logo's not very great. Like, you'll get like the Kami logo, the turtle logo, and red ribbon one. They're not too great, but I guess it adds to more of the customization option. I don't really care about them. And, well, that's kind of it. So let's just keep moving on. The story mode is pretty much the same. There isn't too much of a difference. But there is the giant battles, which are pretty fun. It's usually you firing energy blasts at the enemy and then dodging their attacks, and once you do enough damage, you'll do a quick time event. If you win that, then it'll usually be the end of the battle, or there'll be like one or two more. The tournaments are still in the game, such as the World Tournament and the Cell games. No real difference. I'm pretty sure that the only difference is Hercules in the Cell games and World Tournament. He's not in that. Just different announcers. That's pretty much it. Give me a sec to check the load time. I'm sorry. 6 minutes. Okay, I've still got some time. Might as well try to find some other things to talk about. Gameplay, of course. I should be able to cover that in 4 minutes. The first thing you'll notice is the spirit gauge and the energy gauge. The energy gauge isn't what allows you to use supers and ultimates. Oh no, that's the spirit gauge. The spirit gauge can only be, well, filled if you use the triangle attack in the combos. Now, if you hit an enemy a number of times, you'll both be in a 50-50 chance type thing. Let's say you choose triangle and they choose square. You win because they didn't choose the same as you. If they chose the same as you, the whole thing just gets cancelled. And that's really all that there is to that. If they win, then you'll get into this kind of DBZ style fight, which is pretty cool for the first while, but it just gets boring once you've done it for like the 10th time. Like, if you've done it as Goku, you've done it as everyone. The triangle one will fill up your spirit gauge. The square one will take away from your enemy's energy gauge. The energy gauge, like I said, doesn't allow you to use supers or ultimates. It allows you to block, dodge, or intercept them. Block, you just take less damage. Dodge, you can, if you press square at the right times when it prompts you to, you'll avoid all damage. But if you screw up, you take extra damage, so it has a bit of a risk. Then there's also intercept, in which what gets you into beam battles and such. Like I said, the gameplay is pretty repetitive and gets pretty boring eventually. But it's pretty new, and it'll keep you entertained for at least a while. It's not too bad, but it could have been improved. Like, you can get, like, just right out of a combo and get thrown right into another one. That is incredibly annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I got beaten so many times because right after I got out, when the computer decided to fire multiple energy blasts at me and get me into another. Also, there are two zones. One is for melee and one is for energy blasts. And this also affects super moves. For instance, if you want to use, let's say, Kaioken attack, you have to be in the melee zone. If you want to use the Kamehameha, you've got to be in the blast zone. Ultimate attacks can be used from any zone, so it doesn't really matter with those. And I guess that's all I've really got for gameplay. Not too bad, but not too good. It's a little repetitive, so it gets pretty annoying after a while. It's pretty easy to be cheap. Nobody really wants that. Yeah, I think I'll just wrap this up. All in all, the game gets a 3.5 out of 5 stars. What keeps it from being 4 is, well, the lack of character creation options and lack of characters. That's what kind of killed the game a bit for me. But if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, I'm pretty sure you'll still enjoy, especially with the curated character option. There's a lot to do with that. And the thing that does keep it from being just 3 stars is, well, also the character creation and the new fighting system. Of course, the fighting system, like, barely affects it. It's mainly just character creation. But yeah, that's about it. I hope I can do the anniversary special next week. I can't guarantee anything. I just really hope I can. And just as a heads up, it's me and Nika Boy's top 10 favorite video games. Now, me and Nika Boy, he owns an Xbox 360 and I own a PS3. So what we're gonna do is Nika Boy will say like his top 5 game, and then I'll say my top 5, and then he'll go to his number 4, and then I'll go to my number 4. We're gonna try to do that. That's all I've really got so far. But hopefully by next week it will be up. This is Hikori Matt signing out. See you next time.